Hi and welcome to another Vanilla Plus interview. I'm sure it's in your calendar already. Mobile World Congress is back and it's going to be happening digitally and physically in Barcelona. So it's probably going to look a bit different this year. One company with a high profile there is US-based iConnective. Now, as many of you will know, iConnective's cloud-based software as a service, or SaaS, solutions span network and operations management, numbering, trusted communications, and fraud prevention. What you may not know is that every day more than 2 billion people, yes, you heard that right, 2 billion people count on iConnective's platforms to keep their networks, devices, and applications connected. With such a vast amount of work going on behind the scenes, I'm delighted that we can talk today to Jonathan Schulman, iConnective's Vice President of Business Development, who can also discuss what they're doing at Mobile World Congress. Jonathan, welcome.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Well, look, I just sketched an outline, Jonathan. Can you tell us a bit more about iConnective as a whole?
Sure. So iConnective has been the authoritative partner of the communications industry for more than 30 years. We work closely with private, government, and non-governmental organizations and have an intimate understanding of the complexities involved in creating, operating, and securing the communications infrastructure for service providers, regulators, enterprises, aggregators, and content providers. And these clients rely on us for both network and operations management, numbering, registry, and fraud prevention solutions.
Okay, aside from Mobile World Congress, just for a moment, how are you developing the iConnective business?
So we're working in a number of different areas that I mentioned, but one of the big growth areas for us in the business is in the area of trusted communications. And I'm sure many of the folks listening in will be familiar with the problem associated with robocalls and the negative impact that that's had on both consumers and the communications industry. So a big focus for iConnective over the past year, and we'll talk a little bit about that later today, is really about trusted communications and what we're doing to support a lot of the verification of both the sender and so that the receivers can trust in the calls, in the messages, in the chatbots, and really address that problem. That's a big one for the industry.
Yeah, crucial issue of trust. So how is iConnective going to be participating in this year's MWC?
Well, like a lot of folks, we're going to be joining, unfortunately, virtually. We would all love to be there in person, but I think we're going to have to wait another year for that. But we will be hosting a live stream event during the conference, and that's going to be Tuesday, June 29th from 8:15 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Also, many of our team members will be actively participating in what looks to be a great program.
And can you tell me a little bit about that program? Trust is everyone's business, I think is the key line. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. Well, we know protecting brands and consumers in the time of digital distrust is really, really important. 70% of global consumers say trusting a brand is more important today than in the past. But consumers are operating in a realm of digital distrust, and they receive more than 85 billion spam calls a year, and SMS and rich communication services have become new targets for fraudsters. So this event helps explain actions that global regulators are taking to mitigate fraud associated with phone spam and spoofing, and we'll be talking about the Stir Shaken rollout and how that's going to impact global service providers. We'll also be talking about evolving trust models in both texting and messaging.
And which industry experts can we expect to see you joined by on the iConnective virtual stage?
Well, yeah, we're very excited. It's going to be a great group that includes representation from a broad cross-section of the industry. We've got Craig Lennon from Google joining us, Neil McGrath from AT&T, and Sylvia Renusa from Infobip, one of our aggregator partners, as well as a number of iConnective technology and product leadership.
You've already touched on some of the possible learnings. Can you expand a little bit on the main things the audience members will be likely to learn?
Sure. The audience members should expect to get key takeaways from the front lines of phone spam and spoofing prevention and what this means to global service providers. iConnective is the policy administrator for the world's first implementation of Stir Shaken in the US. So we really want to bring some of that experience and expertise to the folks listening and on the video calls. They'll also learn how trust is evolving in the messaging ecosystem and actions they can take to protect consumers and brands by keeping these vital channels open and safe.
Yeah. We've talked about some of the experts. Obviously, MWC offers just a fantastic learning opportunity for everyone in the mobile ecosystem. What are the key topics that delegates should try to engage with you on? What are the openings for them?
Our experts will be available to talk about challenges that are impacting service providers and regulators, including keeping trust in voice, SMS, messaging, RCS, rich business messaging, and chatbots. We also have a good deal of resident knowledge on network management and evolution and support of the 5G rollout.
And finally, it'd be remiss of me not to ask, where can people go if they want to see ahead of the event a little bit more about what iConnective is up to?
Appreciate that. We encourage everyone to connect with our team members directly. Of course, there's iConnective.com, and you can follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter as well.
Well, this is such a crucial area for the whole of the comms industry. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Many thanks for your time. The audience can find out more about iConnective also in Vanilla Plus's online CEO guide to Mobile World Congress Barcelona. Jonathan, thanks so much for your time. Have a great show.
Thank you, Jeremy. You too. All the best.
And ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your time. Join us again very soon for another Vanilla Plus video. Bye for now.